Hey guys! Now I have tried so many dry shampoos in my life and thought, why not try even more and see just which one is the best. I rated them all on different categories so that you can decide for yourself which one would be best for you. I tried 8 different dry shampoos. I also put 2 more in that I've used for a long time that I just know really well. So let's start with Aveda. Aveda is actually different than the rest of them in that it is not an aerosol. This is a powder, and then you just spray it this way by squeezing it. One of our categories that I'm testing them all on is smell. So if you have ever used Aveda, there is just a certain smell that it comes with all Aveda products, and it's very essential oil smelling. It smells really good to me, but not everyone likes the smell of Aveda. Another category that we are doing for all of them is how heavy or light they are, because I actually like to use a few different ones. I go about 15 days between my washes, so I will start with a really light dry shampoo early on, and then I'll move to more of a medium dry shampoo later. This is actually a very heavy. This one ranked heavy. I also am ranking them based on how well they perform. How good they feel, how good they make your hair feel. Unfortunately, this one makes my hair feel really dirty. It does eat up that oil, but it makes my hair feel really dirty. Another category that I'm ranking them on is the residue. This leaves a lot of residue and it does not rub in very well. Another one that I want to talk about is price. The price for Aveda is actually $29. $29 for this little bottle. I probably wouldn't recommend Aveda. The next one I want to talk about is this Herbal Essence. It's the white grapefruit and mimosa mint. And this one smells really good, which I know that Herbal Essences really prides themselves on their scents, and you can tell with this one, it smells really, really good. It has a light coverage, and so this would be one that you would use maybe on like your first couple of days, and it doesn't make your hair feel heavy. It doesn't leave much residue, which is awesome. And it is only $5, but it's just that it doesn't feel like it does a ton. It does take away some of that oil, so if you do go a long time in between your washes, maybe this is a good one to use on one of your first few days, but it's definitely not going to hold you through some of those later days, or if you produce a lot of oil. This doesn't perform really, really well. Next up is Kenra, which I just got a trial size of this, but for the full size of the Kenra, it is $17. So it is on the higher end. This is a professional product as well, just like the Aveda. The smell of Kenra is really, really good. It's kind of perfumey and just smells very professional because it's a professional product. It has a more medium finish to it, so it's not super lightweight, but it's not gonna weigh it down a ton. You definitely will feel like you have product in your hair though. It performs really well. I didn't feel like my hair was greasy or oily after I had used it, and it didn't leave much residue. So this one is pretty good. I don't know that it performed better than some of the less expensive ones. I mean, give it a try and you can see it just has more of a medium coverage, and it is just a little more expensive. I was really excited to try this Love Beauty and Planet because I love this brand. I use their lotion religiously, and I have also started using their deodorant in the last month or so, and I've loved both of them. So I had to grab this when I saw it because I know that their scents are amazing, and that is totally the case with this one. It is citrus peel, so it's just that really fresh citrus vibrant scent, which is awesome. It does have quite a bit of residue, but it seems to rub in pretty well. The weight of it is really lightweight, and also with that, kind of like the Herbal Essences, it feels like it doesn't perform a ton. This would be one that I would use like early on in the days, but the scent of it just makes it so good that I feel like it's totally worth using still. If you are super greasy, I wouldn't recommend this one. It is $6 and it is sold at Walmart, Target, Ulta, pretty much everywhere. So you can find it pretty easily. Next up is the Hask Chia Seed. I used this one quite a while ago, and honestly, I had kind of forgotten about it until a friend of mine had recommended it when I had originally said I wanted to test out a whole bunch of dry shampoos. This one is awesome. It is $5 and it can also be found at Walmart or Target, and it has a really good sweet scent to it. It has more of a medium weight, so I would use this after a few days, not early on, because it would make it feel a little too much like you have a little too much buildup. It performs really, really well. It does have a little residue, but not a lot. And keep in mind, my hair is really dark, so the fact that it didn't have a ton of residue is pretty awesome. Now for Not Your Mother's. Their dry shampoo has been around for a long time, way before a lot of other companies, and so people use this one early on, and I think they've stuck with it. And I'm gonna be honest, if you're still using this one, I feel like you should try something new. I used it a long time ago just to give dry shampoo a shot, and now that I have tried lots of other ones, I have come to realize that this is not great. I'm gonna be honest here. So this is $4. You can find it Walmart, Target, any of those places. It has a ton of residue, tons of residue. I have even tried the tinted ones. It still leaves quite a bit of residue. It's not super easy to rub in. It's not the end of the world. It's not as hard to rub in as the Aveda one is, but there are a lot of other dry shampoos that rub in way easier. And this smells like cheap hairspray, and it is awful. Oh, it's so bad. I would also say that this has a more medium to heavy weight. I wouldn't even use it. I was going to say it would be one that you could use toward the end of your hair wearing, but honestly, I just don't recommend this one at all. I'm a little disappointed that I have this giant bottle of it. I gave it another try and it failed again. Next up is Moroccan Oil. So this is also one of the professional products. It is $22, so it is on the more expensive end. The smell smells just like Moroccan Oil, like the rest of their products. This is the dark toned one. I have also tried, not the lighter tone, but just like no tone. It leaves a little residue, but it does rub in pretty easily. I would say that this is a more medium weight. I like to use this, kind of in the middle of my hair wear. I can tell that I'm wearing something in my hair. It's not super light, but it does do the job really, really well. It is an overall good dry shampoo, but just know that it is on the little more expensive end. Last but not least, of the dry shampoos that I have tried in these last 2 months, the last one that I have is Batiste. I'm gonna be honest, I hate Batiste. Hate it. I hate it. It's another one just like the Not Your Mother's that everyone likes, and so I had to get it. You can find Batiste at Walmart, Target, any of those kind of places. It is $6. It leaves a crap ton of residue in your hair. It makes my hair feel like crap. And that's mostly just because it makes my hair feel heavy. It feels so heavy on my hair. It does perform well that it will take away the oils really well, but my hair just feels so heavy when I use this. The smell of it is like a fresh smell, but it's very strong as well. So I'm going to challenge you. If you use Batiste, go try another one. See how you like it. Use some of the recommendations and off of some of the categories that I have given these and decide which would be better for you. Give it a try. If you feel like you still hold this on a pedestal, come back to it. But I just triple dog dare you to try something else because you deserve better. The two that I don't have here, Dove and Suave. Dove is $5, Suave is about $3. Suave was one of the very first dry shampoos I ever tried. It doesn't smell really like it has a pretty light smell. It kind of just smells like a lot of other Suave products does. It performs pretty well. And I feel like Dove is very similar to the Suave formula. It also just has a pretty light scent to it. I feel like the Dove dry shampoo has a lighter feel to it than the Suave. Suave has a more medium finish to it, but I feel like they both perform about the same in terms of removing the oils from your hair. They perform pretty well. They do leave a little residue and they can be rubbed in pretty easily, but for the price, you know, a $4 and a $3 one, they're definitely worth a try as well. So these were all 10 of the dry shampoos that I have tried, the 8 that I have tried for the last 2 months. But I want to hear what dry shampoo you love, which one of these dry shampoos you think you're going to try now, and maybe which dry shampoo you've been using and now you're embarrassed that you've been using it. Not your mother's Batiste, right? Well, come on over to my blog. I will have the full sheets of how they are ranked and how well they did so that you can have a visual place to go and look at the graphics and decide which one you need to try. Let me know if you like these Battle of the Brands. I have a few more in the works and I would love to hear what other types of products you want to see come to battle. Thanks for joining, guys. See ya.